it's going to be about 20 to 25, maybe 30 minutes. With that being said, let's get on our mats. Let's get into our child's pose. Chest is going to come down. Head is going to come down to the mat. And here we're going to come into our deep breaths. Calming the heart rate, getting ready for today's practice. We're going to take a deep inhale and exhale. Let yourself hear the breath. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. One more time. Let yourself hear your breathing. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. We're going to take our arms. We're going to stretch them out as far as they will go. Really opening up those shoulders and pressing the head down. Maybe work those shoulders back and forth, just wakening them up. And come back to a comfortable child's pose. We're going to come on up to all fours. And then we're going to rise the upper body up. We're going to take a big inhale up. Right hand is going to grab the left wrist. We're going to lean over to the right side, feeling the stretch on the left ribs. Come back to center. Switching sides. Left hand grabs the right wrist. Lean over to the left. We want to really open those arms up, get those arms warm for our eagle poses and our eagle arms. Come back to center. Let's bring the arms down. Let's bring them back up. Bring them down with the breath. Bring them back up and back down. Let's bring the hands down, coming into a tabletop position. Our shoulders and arms are going to be the same length. Our wrists are going to be right underneath our shoulders. Our knees are hip distance apart. We're going to stay here and breathe, curling up the back, coming into cat pose. And then coming down into cow pose by pushing the spine back, putting a curve in the spine, lifting the chest, lifting the chin, and curling back into cat. One more. And down to cow, pushing it out. Coming back to center. Let's curl the toes underneath. And you're going to push up off of the knees, holding here. And then you're going to come up into our very first down dog. Holding here and breathing. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Maybe pedal the feet back and forth. Finding movement in those legs. We're going to look at our thumbs, bend your knees. We're going to step our feet to our hands. Maybe take 2 or 3 steps, that's okay. And stay down for a forward fold. Let's roll it all the way up. Reaching up towards the ceiling, arms coming up too. We're going to come into our first eagle arms. Arms are going to come out into a T shape. We're going to start with our right side. The right arm is going to loop underneath the left, crossing over, and then you're going to connect the arms coming up. Stay here and breathe for inhale. And as you exhale, let's come into a forward fold, bringing the eagle arms down. Maybe they're connecting to the legs. Let's bring it up. And let's switch sides. Arms come up, take an inhale. As you exhale, left arm is going to go under, connecting over, and then you're going to connect the hands. If our shoulders are still a little tight, or we're just not feeling this, have your hands in prayer, and we'll work on getting our arms awakened and ready for those eagle arms. Stay for inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to bring it down to another forward fold. Once again, maybe the arms to the legs. Let's rise back up. Unlace the arms, reaching up high towards the ceiling. Let's bring it down for a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Remembering our halfway lift, just lifting the upper body. Exhale, let's step it back, coming into a high plank position. Down to our low plank, down to our chaturangas. If you need to come to the knees, that's fine. Inhale it to up facing dog or into cobra. And exhale to down facing dog. Let's take the right leg. Let's bring it up towards the ceiling. Bend the knee, flex the toes, opening up the hip. Take the right leg, bring it in between the hands. Let's stay down for a low lunge. Stay for inhale. Left arm's gonna go out inside the right foot, and right arm is gonna reach up. Right arm comes down. We're grounding that right foot. We're gonna rise on up, coming into crescent lunge. The left heel is off of the mat. The right knee is bent. Arms are up. Now we're gonna come into an eagle pose variation. Arms are gonna come out to a T, right arm underneath. We're gonna lean back a little bit. We're still in crescent lunge. And then we're gonna come down. Maybe the eagle arms can come to the knee. Maybe you can go a little bit deeper and bring the eagle arms all the way down to the mat. This is a great hip opener. Hold and breathe for 3, 2, let's rise on up. Undo the arms, come back to crescent lunge, and bring the hands down. High plank position, low plank. Inhale it to up facing dog, and exhale down facing dog. Remember to use the modifications. Come to the knees if needed, or come to child's pose and pause the video whenever you get tired or your heart rate starts getting up a little too high. Take the left leg, bring it up towards the ceiling. Bend the left knee, flex the toes, open up the hip. The left leg's gonna go in between the hands. Hold here and breathe. Inhale. As you exhale, right hand goes inside the left foot, left arm comes up. Maybe look up towards the ceiling. Left arm comes down. Grounding the left foot, we're gonna rise on up, coming up into crescent lunge. Left heel, right heel is off the yoga mat, and left knee is down. Coming into our eagle arms, left arm comes underneath, connecting the hands. Once again, your hands can be at prayer. Hold here and breathe. Inhale. As you exhale, maybe bring it down. Bring it down to the knee. Bring it down to the calf. Or maybe bring it all the way down to the mat. This is up to you. This is where you decide your level. Hold and breathe. And rise on up. Unlace the arms, come back to crescent lunge. Hands through the heart, let's bring it down. High plank, low plank. Inhale to up facing dog. Exhale down facing dog. Stay for inhale. And as you exhale, look at your thumbs, bend your knees. Maybe float your feet or just walk your feet to your hands. Stay down for a forward fold. And let's roll it all the way up. Reaching up towards the ceiling. And bring it back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll it all the way up, reaching up towards the ceiling, working that spine, working the arms. And come down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let's step back, coming into high plank to low plank. Inhale to up facing dog. And exhale to down facing dog. Take the right leg, bring it up towards the ceiling, bending that right knee, flexing the toes. Right leg goes in between the hands. Rise on up, crescent lunge. Coming into eagle arms. Right arm goes underneath. Staying here. Or we're gonna grounding that right foot. We're gonna push off, flexing the toes. Arms are still in eagle, so stay with me here and breathe. The toes go down towards the yoga mat. Now, slowly lower that left leg, coming back up. Arms still in eagle, unlace the arms. Reaching up, bring it down. High plank, down to low. Inhale it to up facing dog. And exhale to down facing dog. Stay for inhale. And exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, left leg goes up towards the ceiling. Bending that left knee, flex the toes. Left leg is going to go in between the hands. Staying down, inhale and rise it on up with the exhale. Arms at eagle. Left arm is going to go underneath, crossing over, or hands at prayer. Stay here and breathe, inhale. As you exhale, grounding that left foot, let's lift off. Flexing the toes on that right foot, squaring the hips. Arms are still at eagle. Hold here and breathe for 3, 2, let's bring it back down. Stay in eagle arms. Unlace the arms come up, crescent lunge, hands come down. High plank, low plank. Inhale to up facing dog, and exhale to down facing dog. Stay for inhale. As you exhale, look at your thumbs, bend your knees, step or float your feet to your hands. Stay down for a forward fold. Let's roll it all the way up, reaching up towards the ceiling. Hands come through prayer. Let's bring it down to mountain pose. Hold here and breathe. Inhale. Our palms are facing out. Our 2 big toes are touching. Maybe close the eyes down. Catch your breath a little bit. Hold here and breathe. Open the eyes. Let's bring the arms up. Take an inhale. Hands come to the heart. Arms open out into a T. First, before we come into our eagle pose, we're going to come into chair pose. So we're going to bend the knees. 2 big toes are touching. Arms are still out in a T. And you're going to have a seat. Once again, arms are still out in a T, getting those arms used to being held up. I've got a wall blocking me, so I've got to face this way. Hold here and breathe. For 3, 2, let's rise them on up. Lifting the chest. Inhale. As you exhale, let's come into another seated. Arms are still at T. Our arms might be aching, and that's okay. Bring them down to the side if you need a rest for a moment, then bring them back up. Let's come back up. One more time, bring it down. Hold here and breathe for 3, 2, one more time, rise on up. Good. Let's bring the arms down. Maybe shake them out for having them up that long. Take an inhale, rise on up. Hands through the heart. Let's bring the arms back into a T shape. This time we're going to come into our eagle arms. Right arm is going to go underneath, connecting, or hands at prayer if we're still not comfortable with that. Our hands are at eagle. Let's come into our seated pose.
Remembering to lift the chest. The arms should be up. Our elbows and shoulders should be square. Now, stay here, or we're gonna come into our first eagle pose. Left arm or right arm is underneath, but this right leg is going to cross over. That right leg can be rested on the ground or by the ankle, or it can wrap all the way around, and you're gonna lift the chest. Holding here and breathing for 3, 2, go ahead and release, arms up, reach up, inhale. And let's bring it down, come to a T shape with the exhale. Let yourself hear your breath. It's so important to not hold our breath when we're doing these poses. Let's go into our left side. Arms come out of T. Left arm this time is gonna go underneath, connecting the hands. Come into your seated position, sitting that booty back. Now, the left leg is going to come across, balancing maybe on the mat, maybe by your ankle, or you can sit a little deeper and wrap that foot all the way around, holding here and breathing. Lifting the arms, don't crunch it down. Hold here and breathe for 3, 2, go ahead and release, reaching up, inhale it up. Hands to the heart with the exhale. Hands come to a T. Eagle pose again. Right side. Right arm is gonna go underneath. Underneath the left, I'm checking on our time here. Come into your seated position. And maybe try to go a little bit deeper. That right leg is gonna cross over. Maybe sit a little deeper. Wrap that right leg around and lift the chest. If you look at my arms here, lift the chest. Now, stay here, or we're gonna do 3 eagle pose crunches. We're gonna take the elbow, bring it down to the knee for 1. Rise it up, bring it down for 2. Rise it up, bring it down for 3. Rise it up, stay in eagle. Keep the arms in eagle. Unwrap that right leg and come back into a variation of warrior 3. That right leg is going to come back. Arms are still in eagle. Stay with me and breathe. Now, we're slowly gonna rise up. Right leg is gonna come back over. This is where the challenge is. Cross the leg over. Come back into your full eagle. Let's go ahead and release. Arms up. Hands to the heart. Now, with that step back, coming back into eagle after being in the variation of warrior 3, don't hesitate or don't be afraid to take a couple steps to come into the pose. Your body might just not be used to it yet, so don't hesitate and don't feel dumb or feel like you're not doing it right if you take a few steps. This is a learning time. This is your practice time, so feel encouraged that you're even trying. Let's take a big inhale up. Left arm comes underneath, left side. Left arm comes under, eagle pose. Left leg crosses over. Maybe wraps all the way around and sit a little deeper. Hold and breathe. Let's do eagle crunches on this side. Bring the elbows down for 1. Rise up. Bring it down for 2. Rise up. Bring it down for 3. Rise up. Hold here and breathe. Unravel the left leg. Let's push it back. I'm going to change positions because of my wall and come into a variation of warrior 3, eagle pose. Now, bend the right knee just a little bit. Come back into the variation of eagle with the left leg. Maybe take a step or 2, that's okay. And come back into the full expression of eagle pose. Let's go ahead and release. Arms come up. Take a big inhale. Let's come down to a forward fold.
Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll all the way up.
Reaching up towards the ceiling. And eagle pose. This time, we're gonna just do a slight variation to what we just did. Arms come out to a T, starting on the right side. Right arm goes under, right leg on top. Bending the knee. Now, unravel that leg. If you'd like to throw in some eagle crunches in there, feel free. Right leg comes back right where we were. Now, we're gonna open up that hip. Slowly unravel the arms, and we're gonna come into half moon. Here is a great place to use a yoga block to open up into that half moon. Hold here and breathe. See how I'm using the block here to help elevate and lift my chest until you feel comfortable coming down. Bring the right leg down, right arm down, but keep the right leg up a little bit, and bring then it down, coming into a forward fold. Bring the arms back into eagle in our forward fold. Right arm goes underneath. And let's rise on up with eagle arms. Let's take a slight back bend into this. Back to eagle arms. Let's release the arms. Arms come up. Eagle pose here on this left side. Left arm comes under. Left leg goes on top. Remember to sit. And if you want to use a wall to help support you, you can sit down that way. And that might help you get that leg wrapped around a little bit more because you have the support of the wall, as I'm doing here. Hold and breathe. Hold. Let's unravel that left leg. Bring it back into a variation. Warrior three. Slowly, keep the arm in eagle, but slowly open up that left leg. Release, bringing it down maybe to a block or down to the mat. Left arm comes down. Left leg is still up. And slowly bring it down. Bring the arms in eagle. Left arm goes under. Forward fold. And let's bring it up. Let's put a slight back bend into this one. Back to eagle. Just our arms. Unlace, arms come out. Take an inhale. And let's bring it down. Let's bend the knees. And let's come into a seated position. You can move your block out of the way. Let's take it out. Take an inhale up. Let's forward stretch those legs. Give those legs a little wiggle room. And now we're going to do a couple of inversions with eagle legs. So we just did a lot of eagle arms. So now we're going to do eagle legs in inversions. So you can go as easy or as hard as you would like to. I'm going to meet in the middle and go with a headstand variation. But we can start with our beginner set where you can just bring the legs up the wall. You can go find an actual wall if you would like to. You're resting on your back, and then we're going to start with our right leg. It's going to cross over and try to connect coming into eagle legs. We're going to hold and breathe here for about 10 seconds. Let's go and release. And then you switch sides. You can do the same thing in shoulder stand if you're comfortable with that. Hands are placed on the lower part of your back. And you come into eagle legs this side. I'm going to start with my left so that I get an equal balance. And you lift up on the shoulders. Keeping the legs there for 10 seconds. You can count in your head. You can come into eagle legs into pincha, handstands, or headstands as I'm going to show you here. That is your choice, it's your mat, your level of where you are at. And you can hold it for as long as you would like to. Switching sides, you can just switch back and forth every 10 seconds or so. If you are in headstand, bring it down, come into child's pose, rest the back. If you are in shoulder stand or legs at the wall, bring it down. And now everybody come into happy baby. Opening the legs, grab the outside of your feet or wrap your peace fingers around the big toe. Rock back and forth. Bring the knees to touch, give them a squeeze, and release, coming in to our Shavasana, our relaxation pose. Here in this pose, you can stay as long as you would like, as long as your body feels needed. I hope you enjoyed this Eagle Flow variation. Namaste.